Hey, everybody. So it is another guardian angel connection practice, and I am calling in Archangel Metatron this month. And the purpose of this is to make our intuition better, open ourselves up, be able to communicate with spirit, be able to have a better intuition, better knowledge, better guidance throughout this world. And it all starts with just building up our clairs, and this is the practice. So we're going to go through various stages, starting with our clairsentience, which is just the feeling state, going through clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairgustance, clairalience, claircognizance, to round it all out and finishing it with channeling some messages. So thank you all for being here and joining in. I'm just jumping on my website right now, making sure, because I know I'm going to get a spammer on here because they love to be around our energy because we are so loving. All right, beautifuls. So let me get a pad on here and get some paper and clairsentience, clairvoyance, clairalience, Clairgustance, claircognizance, and that is perfect. Hi, everybody. Hey, Sil. Hi, Grace. Hi, Karen. Beautiful to be hanging out with you guys all again. I'm really just trying to find the time to get the Facebook group together. Probably going to be asking on some of you to be moderators if anybody wants to, so you can kind of come along and practice as well. And it'll be a lot easier to do that. Let me know if anyone does not want me to move this practice to a Facebook group. I'm just trying to make sure that when people get these notices, they're not being inundated with things they don't want to be part of. So I find I'm just doing too many lives that people just don't like it. So I just want to get your feedback on that. Oh, cool. Grace says she's going to be practicing with Joan of Arc tonight. Awesome. As she has joined my spirit team recently. Awesome. I love that. Love that. Amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, everybody. So I'm just going to fill my water up here and we are going to begin in just a minute. So make sure you got some water with you. Excuse the noise. I just finished my Taoist breathing exercises and I can't drink or do anything for half an hour afterwards. So it's that first drink is always so nice. Okay, so as usual, I am time stamping this. It will be in the description afterwards. And let's begin with Clairsentience. So pick someone that you're going to be calling in. I'm going to be calling in Archangel Metatron this month to help me open up my gifts. Metatron, would you come in, please? You come in 35%. Good morning, son. We've just started Clairsentience, if you care to practice along. And I've called in Archangel Metatron. Hey, Melody, welcome. So we've just begun Clairsentience. Grace says she's already feeling Joan of Arc, feeling her strong, loving energy in my heart. Yes, love that. I love that strong, powerful goddess. She is amazing. It's so great to have, I guess what we deem as role models, and we're able to tune into their energy and really know that they are something energetically. So I'm so happy for you, Grace. Metatron, you come in a little bit closer, please? Wow. All right, so he just hit me with a ton of bricks. I can have massive heart expansion. I can actually feel it coming down my sides today. It's a little bit different. He's coming in a little bit differently. And why? Again, it's experience and activation, he's telling me. So that's fine. And he's just having me sit in this energy. Where are you around my body? So I'm just going to turn my head and just feel his energy and just see where he is. It really feels all around. For a moment, his energy felt completely all around me, but it is mainly focused directly behind me. but it isn't like his usual. He's quite expansive in his energy, so it's almost like he's enveloping me. But there was a small little sliver behind me that his main energy was. Would you move around now, please? Whew. So he's quickly moved off to my right side. He's now moved in front of me and just to the right, maybe. So maybe about another 15 degrees he moved up. Okay, keep going. He's now moved off to my left side. And he's circling around to the back. And he's actually quite happy because my sensitivity is getting really up there. Yeah, it's getting really up there because I can feel so much energy, but I can feel like the blood in my veins, the movement in the energy. So I can feel so much. Let me know what you guys, who have you called in, what you're feeling. If you're doing the tests, and would you grab my ankle or grab the body somewhere that I don't know? Oh, and I feel him put his hand right on my chest. And he's saying, remember your heart. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on to clairvoyance, our clear seeing. All right, what do you want to show me today? I can feel my eye sockets beginning to get some activation here. You gonna show me anything? You're showing me bread, like fresh baked bread. And it's warm. It smells delicious. And he's comparing the warmth of the bread to the warmth in our hearts. All right. Okay. Anything else? So, he has me like zooming right into, oftentimes you get a loaf of bread and there are like 3 lines cut on it diagonally. And he's bringing me very close into those divots. And I can see the change in color, the texture on there, the little bumps and ridges from the baked, the hardened corners. And now it's splitting open, and I can see the steam rising off from this bread and the gumminess, I guess, that as fresh bread is pulled apart. That's cool. Thank you. Is there a reason for this? He's like, hold on. Okay, so he's had me hold on to the message. Sun says she's feeling him coming through her eyes. Awesome. Love that. Very cool. Very cool. Hopefully you're not driving. That would be weird. And I can just feel like a lot of activation all around my, I guess, the goggle area of my eyes, all around my eyes, around the brow, the forehead, or across my brow, the eye sockets. I just feel a lot of energy here. And it's expanding to my forehead now. Whew, it's actually quite a bit of energy. Okay, so let's move on to Clairalience, which is our, Clairaudience, which is our hearing. And let's see what we hear. And I'm hearing actually like sizzling of a frying pan, as you just put something onto a hot skillet, and there's that sizzling sound is what I'm hearing, beyond the ringing that I have in my ears, but I'm hearing the sizzling. And I can hear eggs cracking and being dropped into the hot skillet. So it's like he's almost like reversing the stages, and then I see like a pat of butter going in the skillet. And he's making a recipe for me, but all these different sounds of cooking as you walk through, cutting the butter and putting it in the pan, or putting eggs in. And it's weird because I'm plant-based and don't eat that stuff, but I hear it. You can smell it a little bit. Grace says, I'm seeing a green field and 2 female figures in their armor and hearing laughter. Awesome. I love that. Karen says, popping in right ear, Archangel Metatron. Love it. Very cool. Very cool. Anything else you want to give clairaudiently? I can actually hear Archangel Eric in the background. It's kind of come and gone, but he's very excited and partying a little bit. So, okay, Eric, you're getting in the way. Step back, please. Metatron, where are we? Okay, he has me. Son says I was driving, now parked. Okay. I'm glad you parked safely. And Grace says lots of energy in my solar plexus chakra. Yeah, I'm feeling. I know you got that. You're doing Joan of Arc, but I'm feeling a lot of expansion in my solar plexus as well, and it's moving down right now. It's moving down, right down the center of my belly, and going down to the next chakra. And it's just making its way down in this expansiveness. And I actually feel like he's opening up all my chakras right now. Everything's just opening up. Awesome. Love that. Sun says, I'm kind of hearing music. Awesome. I love that. Love that. A little bit of love from Grace for Sun. Very nice. Okay, moving on to Clairaudience. Let's see what we smell. And again, of course, I got the baked bread right away. Fresh baked bread. That is a nice change from some of the scents I've been getting lately. So nice, fresh baked bread. And way better than licking the Eiffel Tower or smelling the Eiffel dirt on the Eiffel Tower yesterday. So thank you for that. What do we like for the bread? It smells so good. I just love fresh baked bread. You gonna give me anything else? No, it says just bread. Okay. Just gonna give me bread. I'm not complaining. I'll take it. Grace says, I also feel all of my lower chakras are being balanced. Awesome. Yes, love that. Glad you find this funny melody. You need entertainment in your life. Although with your 2 kids, I think you'd have a lot of entertainment already. And Karen is getting bread as well. Wow, very cool. Very cool. Love the synchronicity. That is great. And he's like, Eric's in the background. He's all excited. Like he's like, go to the taste. Get to the taste. So, all right, can we go to the taste? He's like, yeah. Okay. So we're moving right away to Clairgustance and going for taste. Okay, what do you? So here I'm thinking I'm going to get the taste of bread, but what they gave me was butter and jam. So I used to love that when I was younger. Anyway, not younger, but maybe like a decade ago, I loved my breakfast, and I would always have toast with jam on it. I think back that time I was probably doing butter as well, butter and jam, and I liked that. So that was the taste that they just gave me, butter and jam. Oddly enough, so that's really cool. Sun says, I'm not smelling much today. All good. As long as you just put your mind and energy there, it's going to come. Because I think Sun, it's more of a mental block because you are more than capable and more than open. Franco says, hi, I'm sharing you with my sister-in-law. This live session. Oh, thanks, Franco. Very sweet of you. And we are going to be moving this to a Facebook private group. Again, as soon as I have it ready, I don't know when that's going to be, but I really need to move this off into a private group. And Grace is getting bread too. We're just kind of sharing in my craziness. That's awesome. Okay, that's it. So I'm moving on And pardon me just a moment here as I get something ready here. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to Clairsentience. That's Claircognizance, rather. So if anybody wants a message, please ask. And I'm channel a message for yourself. So let me just timestamp this really quickly. 25. Okay, so we're starting Clairsentience. And when we start Clairsentience, we're all going to be channeling a message. So I'm going to channel a message for myself, for the group, for myself. So no, he says, okay. So I'm going to channel a message for the group. I'll ask you guys to channel a message for yourself or for the group, whatever you're guided to. And if anybody wants a message, please post a message. Awesome. Thank you, Franca. And a message for Marissa. Sure. And we'll message one for Rachel. Hey, Rachel. When searching around. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Welcome, Rachel. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So let's all channel a message. Channel a message for yourself, for the group. If anybody wants a message, please post it now. And I'm going to ask Archangel Metatron to answer that message for you. And everyone who is practicing right now, let's all channel a message for those people as well. So let me begin. And this is Archangel Metatron's message for the collective. The feeling of fresh baked bread. You open it, it's warm inside. It steams. It's got a warmth that feeds your soul, feeds your belly. And just like bread, that warmness is in your heart. Allow your hearts to expand and to be like this fresh baked bread. Everybody loves it. It smells good. It tastes good. It is good. So be like bread and share these good thoughts with yourself and for others. That is all. The oddest message I've gotten by far in terms of a message for a group, but it is what it is, and that's what I channeled. So, so be it. So that was the message for Archangel Metatron. Be like bread. I don't know, Metatron. I don't know who's going to get that one, but that might have been a little bit weak. Okay, so we are going to be all channeling messages for others. Let me know if what you guys got for yourself or for the group. And Franco / Marissa, I've got you here as well. So we're going to be channeling a message for you or for Marissa. Okay. Let me timestamp this. I don't see anyone posting a message for themselves, so I'm going to go right for Marissa. So I'm going to timestamp this. This is going to be added into the comments afterwards. And probably, like I said, next week, we're going to be moving all this into a private Facebook group. But you can all join me on Fridays where I do channeling Eric, and Eric is back. So it's going to be a full 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever it might be, of channeling Eric and just answering all your messages, providing intuitive guidance and whatnot. So that will be this Friday and every Friday as I do this. So join me back on Fridays for channeling Eric. Whew. Okay, Eric, Metatron, what does Marissa need to hear right now? Franca, did Marissa ask for this message? Does she open to this? Because I don't really feel her energy is open to me. It's not really overly present right now. What can you tell me? What does Marissa need to hear? I feel as if Marissa is blocked. like she's just beginning to open up, and she's really is on the fence of what to believe and what not to believe. So she's hearing all the chatter, like the mainstream media. She has a feeling within her heart, but it's very deep there. So she knows there's this inkling in her heart that something isn't right and it doesn't feel right, but she's not really trusting her intuition. She's not trusting her heart. And it feels like she hasn't found her voice. She hasn't shared out her message yet. Like she wants to, but there's fear there in the repercussions on what's going to happen if she does speak her voice and tells her truth. And the message is for Marissa is to be kind to yourself. It's okay that you have these feelings. It's okay that you're on the fence. You don't necessarily, if you don't feel comfortable in sharing your message to light, if you allow that pain or not being able to speak your truth for too long, problems will happen. But you also need to honor yourself, and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up if you're not ready to speak your truth. It's okay. There are those around you that are the same mind of you. They can collaborate and they can confirm what's in your heart. But just to know, Marissa, you are not alone. There is a large community out there. Even though you feel this in your heart, it doesn't necessarily go with the narrative that a lot of other people are speaking of. It's okay, but you do have your tribe out there, and you will find it. And your tribe is here as well. If you join in, you can speak. You're going to find a lot of people that are non-judgmental to whatever you think, whatever you feel. It's all okay. So just be kind to yourself as you're going through this turmoil right now. Just be kind to yourself, because this is part of your releasing. Everyone is waking up. Everyone's going through the release right now. So just be kind to yourself. Anything else? No. So that's what I got from Marissa. I hope that resonates. Awesome. Thank you for asking that question and bringing that in. And again, it'll be added to the timestamp afterwards, so Marissa can come back and she can catch it. She can listen to it again. Let me see. All right, cool. So I'm getting a message. So now we have Sun. Let's see. I'll add Sun. Yay! Yeah, Eric is coming back. That's right, Karen. Yeah, totally, Rachel. I've added you to the list. So Rachel, we've added you to the list. Rachel M. Let me see. Grace's message is, I'm getting keep going with faith and trust. So powerful. Love that, Grace. Well done. Love that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Franco, for confirming that. And Ingrid says she'd like a little bit of advice as well. Okay, so Ingrid, I got you on the list as well. And Sun got a message for all of us. He's asking us to hydrate more. Yeah, that's so true. There's a lot of energy and a lot of shifts that are happening in the world right now. In order to facilitate those changes, we need the hydration and clean water to do that. So if you are going to be drinking water, make sure doesn't have fluoride in there, because the fluoride will calcify a lot of your organs, but particularly your pineal gland, which is your third eye and your opening and what you hear for people. So it is really important that drink water. Spring water is really good. Add lemon to it if you want to really get the electrical connectivity moving even greater within the body. Okay, that is Grace. Oh, great, good. And Grace had channeled a message for Marissa. Tap into the light in your heart. Beautiful. So nice. So nice. And Franco says, thank you. Resonated to the core. Oh, beautiful. Thanks for the confirmation. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm coming up to Sun. And Sun, let me timestamp you, 2440. And Sun says, I'd love a message. What schooling options would Spirit advise us? Thank you. Now, Sun, is this for your immediate family, or is this for yourself in expanding your gifts? I'm getting it towards your own personal family for your for your kids, for your son. So let me know if it's for your internal family or your own personal growth. If you were getting that, Grace is on fire. Grace is always on fire. Grace is getting out of her own way because Grace is really good. She doesn't believe in it. So please give some confirmation on there. Yeah, Grace says, I've been getting so thirsty these days, although I drink water all day. Yeah, totally. And definitely add lemon water to your water. Add lemon to your water, rather. Okay, so I'm waiting on Sun before I do that. So I'm just going to circle back on that. I'm going to be coming up to Rachel. Rachel is asking for a message. So I'm going to do Rachel first and then circle back to Sun. And Sun, I don't know if you heard me on that, but I'm just asking if it is for your son. Oh, you did get it. Okay. Sun got a message for. So Sun, I'm asking for if your message you asked about schooling, is this for your own internal family, like your son, your kid, or is this for your own personal growth that you're wanting about schooling? And Sun says, message for Franco, spend more time in nature, indoor, next to plants. I can see you standing and watching a huge field. Not sure if it means travel or contemplation. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So back to Rachel while I wait on Sun. Rachel, I'm timestamping you now. So Metatron, what does Rachel need to hear right now? So Rachel, I'm hearing fanfare going off, and there's confetti cannons, and things are just kind of shooting off, and it's like a celebration for you for coming into your own, coming into your true awakening. So you've been awake for a while. You've been reading the books. You follow Eckhart Tolle. You've been watching Oprah. You've been doing all the things, but really, all that time you've just been reading the material. You haven't been putting into practice. And that celebration is that you've known all this stuff for so long, but now you are really putting your energy towards opening yourself up, opening up your gifts, becoming more aware because things are happening to you. You started to notice things, and I feel like you are just awakening. You're feeling, you're seeing little flashes of light. You're feeling things within your heart. You're turning inward. So they're giving fanfare and celebrating the fact that welcome to your awakening, your true awakening. And you've had your awakening in the past, but this is really your true awakening. And you're going to realize how open you really are, that it's not going to take much for you to open up your gifts. You are open, you are connected, and you have this really big heart. You really are a loving soul. And I can see you helping so many people. In a few ways. Part of it is just being like an ear. You're giving a nice, kind ear to people. You're also helping people with small. I can almost see you like making lunches or something. It's like you're at the school and you're doing small things. It almost looks like you're wrapping lunches, is what it feels like sandwiches. And it feels like you're doing it as a school setting, as if you're helping out and volunteering and just helping so many people out. So, I mean, this kindness that's within you, you're being honored to keep turning into your heart and feel more, feel what's in your heart. Know that what you're doing is the right path. And you are going to have a lot of naysayers that come against you. And that's okay. Let them, because they don't know. They haven't awoken yet. So, of course, you're going to say that. And, your response is, if you're not ready, and I don't feel you're ready to speak your truth, your response is, yeah, maybe you're right. I must just be making up my head, and then go on your way and then continue doing what you're doing, but without them, because they just haven't awoken yet. And once they see changes within you, they're going to ask you, like, what have you been doing? And you're going to share, like, I've been working on myself. I've been opening up my intuition, and you can share it when you're ready. So I feel there's a real celebration. You're on a really good path. And there is the intuition development course on my channel that you can look in the playlist. You'll find that. And if that's something that you want to be a part of, that is something you can be a part of. Yeah, it'll help your gifts. And this is just, it's a free course before you take any formal courses. So that's what I'm getting for you, Rachel. I hope that resonates. Please let me know. Beautiful. And Sun says, Sun got a message from Marissa. Metatron is pointing to the head. Be aware of your thoughts. Wow. That is a good one. Very cool. I love that. I love that. Yeah, there is a delay, Sun. I just saw that part. There is a delay. And it's done by the streaming software. Because this is live, there's I don't know, there's like a 5 to 10 second delay in here. Good, Rachel. I'm glad that resonates. Beautiful. All right, hey Maria. Okay, Luz de Luna, Maria. I am adding you to the list for a message. And there's our favorite spammer. Thank you, spammer, for coming in. I'm just going to jump into YouTube right now and just block that person. Thanks, spammer. Really good for you to come. Boop. Time out, monitor. Looks like they have a channel. Report. Spam. Got it. Done. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Rachel says it is for her son. Okay. So let me timestamp you now, Rachel. 3134. 3134. And Rachel says, it is for her, my son. We found a small school close to us, but unfortunately they're full. Got it. I asked Spirit to help us, help with this. I was quite anxious about missing the registration part due to us being in isolation. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Metatron. What can Sun do for her son in schooling? I don't know if you've ever heard of the Waldorf School, and I don't know if this is going to resonate with you or not. It's not for many. It's not for the lighthearted, but it's something called the Waldorf School. They're telling me, and what this is, the belief is that children below the age of 5 to 7, they don't have the cognitive ability to have rational thought. They don't really are able to. The part of the brain just isn't developed yet for them to actually think for themselves. Because right now they work with vibration and energy. So the Waldorf school ends up to the age of 7. 5 or 7, you end up working with colors and painting. You do a lot of arts and crafts, and you develop the creative side of you because the brain is still in a theta phase, and the child brain is very much in a dream state. So it needs to be very much very colorful, very energetic. They communicate with energy and thought, really. So it's the emotions and the vibrations that you put out with children. So the Waldorf school caters to that. And I'm seeing that is a possibility for you, that he can go towards this. So it's not necessarily important that he enters into a real school, but I'm hearing something like a Waldorf school would be it. I don't know if it is where you are. I think they're across North America, but they might not be in your continent. And I think that you would be open to it. Even your husband would be, but you would definitely get a lot of flack from family. So, okay, if that's not an option, what's the other option? What else can she do? Outside of homeschooling, which isn't easy, especially because you're working, and oh, okay. So what I'm hearing is that there is a local teacher in your area, or this is something that you can actually form and create by talking to maybe some of the other students or parents or others that you know, because there's many that don't necessarily want to go to the traditional state school, But there is the opportunity to have this one teacher that's close to you, and she teaches a very small handful of children at one time. And it's almost private. It's kind of like daycare, but it's daycare schooling. And I find that your son would benefit from that because it would be more of a one-on-one. It's a little bit more personal. It has less a better ratio of a teacher to student. And how does she find this and to look into it? I'm seeing that in your local grocery store, there would be a bulletin board as you enter in, and on that board is something for this teacher, and to also talk to the other mothers and fathers, parents around you, and ask them and see what they're doing and get their suggestions, and they will recommend this woman, and she's a really loving soul with just a handful of kids that would really be catered learning. It's almost like private school. It's not. It's in her home or it's personal, but he could benefit from that. So that's the alternative, is what I'm getting, son. Is this one? I'm really curious to see what anyone else gets, but that would be really interesting to me. Really interesting. So good luck. Good luck. That's really it's a really tough one for you. Okay. Let's see. Just going through the comments right now. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and I'm coming to Luz. Good, great show. I'm glad it resonated with you. I think I missed Ingrid. And let me find Ingrid here. There she is. And then I knew there was one for. All right, I'm just making my little notes here, and then one for Grace. Okay, good. I've got you now there too, Grace. So let me start out with Ingrid. So add Grace to the list and timestamp Ingrid 3719. And Ingrid asks, "Hi Con, going through a lot of turmoil right now. Any advice?" Metatron, whoever. It almost feels like Eric and Metatron are coming forward. So what do you guys have to say? What's the turmoil? You might not like hearing this, but part of this turmoil is created within yourself. This is part of manifestation. Whatever you put your energy towards is what you're going to be manifesting, and that's what you're going to be feeling and sensing even more. And this is a lot easier said than done. But there's a need for you to really look at the silver lining. The turmoil that's happening in your life, it's pressure, and that pressure invokes change. And when changes happen, better things happen. And I feel they will actually want to say something direct. So who's coming through? Metatron's coming through. Does pressure not create the most beautiful diamonds you've ever seen? Is that not a result of pressure? What you might call turmoil is a catalyst for you to change and to open up your awareness, to feel something, to make yourself look within, to see what the real issues are. And is it something that you call turmoil, or is this really a gift for invoking change? So look at this turmoil, spend time and observe it. See what you are calling turmoil. Is it actually just a change, something different? And isn't it better to go along with it rather than to go against it? So observe the turmoil, especially in your meditation. Become quiet. Do not let your thoughts interfere. Get quiet in your heart and breathe into your heart and feel within your heart. And as you feel that silence and you just feel your breath, bring that turmoil in and observe it without judgment, without analyzing it. Just observe it and see what the root cause of the turmoil is. Because what you might find and what you will find is that this turmoil isn't something against you, it's something for you. And that there really is a gift in here. So tune into the turmoil. Tune into the turmoil. That's what I'm getting for you, Ingrid. I know it might not be the best. It's not it's easier said than done, but you will get through this. You've been through a lot worse than this, and this is all part of change. And just know, so we've hit that timeline that the world is changing now for the better. It's too late. The energetic shift has happened. So we've had all this turmoil. We've now hit that crossroad where the world gets a better place. And in the next 6 months, so give it 6 months, and you are going to see everything happening, just evening out. 6 months. Give me 6 months from now, and you're going to see amazing things happening. Amazing things happening. So I hope that resonates. Yeah, Waldorf School is amazing. It's really interesting concept, and it's not even a concept. It's really smart what they're doing. They're really doing a lot of good things for people. Okay, Sun says network keeps cutting out on my side. I'll rewatch for the message. Great, Sun. Again, it'll be in the timestamp, so I'll have the message there, and you can listen to it there. Okay, so let me come down to Luz de Luna. Okay, Maria, I'm timestamping you now. And Maria asks, can Metatron give me advice? I slow down with my spiritual stuff, and I want to keep active. Thank you. Okay, Metatron. Maria has slowed down. And she wants to get going again. What can she do? I'm finding the groups and communities around you. You know, you're part of a few practice groups on Facebook. And there's a need for you to do two things. One is go to your calendar right now, and in 1 or 2 weeks, pick a day that you don't have anything going on. That's a little bit of free time, and you're going to block off 1 hour. And this is just going to be once a week. You block off that hour and block your calendar out. Block your calendar off every week for that same time, every week, the same hour for that 1 hour. And he's saying block it off ahead of time. So now that you know it is there, that you know that you're going to be doing practice, it's been blocked out. Number 2, go to the Facebook groups. And on the Facebook groups, you're going to do 2 things. One is post a message that says, I need to practice. Can I channel a message for you, or can I pull cards for you? And you can say, I'm going to pull cards for the next 20 people. And do that. Get it out there and just say, I want to practice. If you don't know, if you're not part of these groups, reach out to me and any one of us, and we will invite you to these groups and get you included in it. You are definitely there to practice. And then once you find a little bit of a tribe, you can then make it an ongoing event and everyone just practice together. So you can let this grow. But for now, just go on the Facebook groups and just put the message out there. I want to pull messages for people. I want to pull cards. Let me practice. And then on the Thursday, when that time comes up, you spend that hour and you have something to do during that hour. So that's what I'm getting for you, Luz. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. I hope that works. A little bit of motivation. And if you really need it, we're here for you as well. Night, Mel. Thank you for coming. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Rachel, I'll add you back onto here for your other question. I'll do that right after Grace. Let me just mark you. Ingrid, thank you. Resonance with me and changes necessary. I need to put my needs first and get some balls, as Eric suggested. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep. You know exactly what you're doing. And grace gets for Ingrid, practice a lot of self-love. Yeah, so true. So true. Something that I have to do again as often is talking to myself. So I talk to myself all the time. I talk to my body. So my body and mind is something separate from who I am as a soul. And the image that you see right now, this body that's Knight, the mindset, the character, the personality that's like we call Knight, is the only Knight there is and the only Knight there ever will be. But this is part of my soul's growth. So whatever happens to Knight, um, it's it's a separate being from who my true soul is. This is really just an actor suit. So being able to love this actor, this character that I'm playing here is so important. So the need to actually put up notes on the mirror, which I haven't done yet, which I need to do, to remind me that, because I'll be really good for like a week or two, and then I'll slip and I'll do something else. And there's no consistency there. So the consistency is the next key that I'm being guided to. And that's really putting these messages up on the bathroom mirror. When I first wake up, I'm giving myself love, self-love. I don't even grab my cell phone in the morning anymore. I'm just giving my body. I talk to my cells. I talk to my parts. I say how beautiful it is. Before I go to bed, I say, while you're sleeping, you are healing. You are getting stronger. You are getting better. Every cell is going to become better and better, better every day. Every sleep, you are getting better. So I talk to the body that way. So putting that up on the mirrors and practicing self-love, so important. So thank you for saying that, Grace. So important. Okay, so let me timestamp Grace here. 46:39. And Grace asks, I would like to ask Metatron the topics I have written down would be a good start for my videos. Anything to add? Okay, good. Okay, Metatron. Grace has written down some topics. Are they a good start? Yes. And it feels like you have a number of topics. And I'm looking at the third one down from the top, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. And he's only showing me the order of 4, 5, 3. And he's saying that's the order that you should do them in. Item number 4, item number 5, item number 3, in that order. And that's your starting. Is it? How about the first one? I'm sure that's the first one comes to our mind. Because that would be good too. This isn't a matter about an or, this is more about an and. All the topics are good. You're going to help some people one way or the other. It's more about doing them and creating the content and putting it on there. Anything else that she should add to the list? I'm hearing one about wearing the scarf. So a lot of women wear the hijab. And I see the topic of what is the meaning of that? And as we talk about, where did that idea come that you need to be covered, that you need to wear the hijab, that you need to cover your head? Where did that come? Did that come from a book, or did it come from man? Did someone say that to you, or did it come from an actual written down lesson? And I'm seeing that as a topic that women need to begin to question themselves, because this is part of, there's two feelings of it. One, it makes women feel part of a clan, a club, a belonging, that here's my tribe, that we all wear the hijab and we are one. So there's a connectedness that happens. But then there's the other side, that is they do it out of fear because it was told to them. It was told to them by men. And if they don't do that, they're going to get ostracized by more men. And is this really what women need? Women, this is a time for empowerment, to finding and knowing that you are a goddess, that we are all gods and goddesses. We are all beautiful, perfect beings. And no person is to be on a pedestal above someone else. That includes a book. So question the hijab is a topic that many women need to hear. There you go, Bryce. Let me know what you think. If it's all good. Thank you. Yeah, Ingrid. Thank you, Grace. That's what I need to do, but difficult because of putting others first. Yeah. And that's a typical issue with women, right? And a lot of mothers as well, is that because you are emotional beings and caring, and you are able to feel and connect so much more than us men can. Men, it's hard for us to feel that. It's pretty rare. And most men that do have the emotional feelings are considered gay or feel gay, even though I'm very hetero and very strong with my sense. But women are so giving and cares and nurturing that you are the family glue. You connect the entire family. You connect the husband, the kids, you connect the food, you connect everything, and you are the nucleus of the family, and they're so important. So you often give yourself away because you're so emotionally connected to everybody that you often forget about yourself because you're always tuning into all the other people. And it's honorable. It's so honorable. And without women, the life givers of this world, where would we be? And it really is a balance between the two. But women, it's time to find your voice and take care of yourself. It's so important for women to stand up and take care of themselves. Okay, so last message coming here, and this is for Rachel, number 2, and 51:38, going really late tonight, so I want to get going because I still have to do some editing. And Rachel says, my son has a developmental delay. Can you help me confirm which directions to find the answers as to why? And they're beginning to laugh. Who says this is a delay? Could this just be that your son is enlightened and communicates in a different way? Could this be the new being of the worlds, the new generation of these worlds that is our future? What you may call a delay, or what others would call a delay, is not a delay, that they are just being themselves. It's much like those labeled as autistic. They just communicate in a different way. There is nothing wrong with artistic kids. There's nothing wrong. They just communicate in a different way, but people don't understand that because they were trying to fit them within a certain paradigm, a certain ideology. So when it comes to your son, look at him in a different light, that this isn't something to be fixed, but to be cherished and explored and to look at. So the direction for you to move in is to ask, how do I communicate with you? And the answer is by feeling. And this is your awakening. This is why you are beginning to waken up and to feel with your heart. As you shift and feel within your heart, you will begin to shift and feel your son as well and realize what he truly needs. So if you really want to find out what your son needs, tune into your heart and feel what he feels. And I can see you putting your right hand on his chest and just closing your eyes and breathing and being quiet and just giving him love and feeling love and feel what he needs. So begin to continue with your energetic connection, but take away all that chatter, that talk, that negativity that's in your mind, because this is what's hindering you from really seeing what's true, what's most important in your heart. That's what's really most important right now. There you go, Rachel. I hope that resonates. Grace says, wonderful, just added to the list. Thank you for reminding me of that. I will talk about it for sure. Awesome. Well, that's it, everybody. Thank you again for joining in practice and participating and opening up your clairs. Whether you watch this live or in the replay, I'm going to be putting this in the description. So let's see. So this week on Wednesday, Divine Soul Awakening, we have Rita coming to answer all your nutrition questions, and she's going to be talking about why New Year's isn't time to do resolutions. On Thursday, Rita and I, we are going to be doing a cooking class to celebrate National Chocolate Cake Day. So join us live, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And let's see, Friday is channeling Eric. So come by Friday, bring all your questions for intuitive guidance and questions as I channel Archangel Eric. So with that, have a beautiful night. I will see you tomorrow if you care to come back. And if you found this resonates and you think this helps, please share. And that's it. Love you all. Be kind. Love yourself. Love one another. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great day. Bye.